This is your Friday Mentors Roundtable, and I wanted to come and share some tools with you and really just one tool that I use to try and stay up and abreast of what's going on in the world of business. It's a complicated world, and it is important for us to try to figure out a way to stay on top of what's going on in the business world and community if we're going to be business coaches. So I'm going to share with you this tool that I find quite helpful, and it is LinkedIn. So I just go to linkedin.com. I have a premium account. And of course, I like to read these postings, and I get some very good ideas from them. And sometimes I share these ideas, but I want to share with you about the news today. And I just looked over here at LinkedIn News. Now, what I normally see is this list, and then I can open it up and show more. And I've already taken the time to open these. And let's go to them and just take a quick look. We may take a longer look at some of them. The first news item says that stocks are wobbling amid AI rate cut uncertainty. U.S. stocks regained some momentum Friday after a key Federal Reserve official signaled openness to a December rate cut. The S&P 500, however, was still on track for its worst week since May, a day after notching its biggest intraday reversal in months. Even blockbuster third quarter's results from AI bellwether NVIDIA didn't boost market. So you see, just a brief overview of the news with some links for live links for finding more information, and then top perspectives on this. This is what makes this so valuable. So you have Phil Hull weighing in on this news item, and then you have all these people that are adding information or commenting. They're CNBC, and let me just point out that you can establish yourself as an expert by commenting on their comments or by commenting on the total or by sharing it and you can share it right onto LinkedIn. You can copy the link and share it anywhere. Share it automatically to Facebook or Twitter. And when you repost to your own feed, you add your comments. And when you add your comments, it can potentially end up right here. Or you can come down and just choose one of these insights and you can comment on that or repost that. Or if you're not sure what you want to say, you can get some assistance from AI. All right, let's go to the next news item and see if there's anything we need to know. Gap marks strongest growth since 2017, including pandemic. Well, to know about some key businesses in the world and in the United States, like Gap, uh, you're going to find that there are transferable concepts that you can share with clients, but that make you more aware of what's going on in the world of business. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is government no longer considers nursing, accounting professional. Now, that's an interesting bit of news. The Education Department says degrees such as nursing, accounting, architecture, and other disciplines are no longer professional, and the move is raising alarm among workers in those fields. Nurses, in particular, have been vocal on LinkedIn, You have pushback from the American Nursing Association, American Association of Colleges of Nursing, and I think rightly so. These have been considered professions for a long time. All of those have been considered professions. So let's see what happens. Let's follow this. I would want to take a deeper dive into that if I were coaching people in any of those professions who had businesses. Find out what the implication. Eli Lilly becomes pharma's first trillion-dollar firm. This has not happened before in the world of pharma, and now Eli Lilly has reached the $1 trillion mark. You need to know that if you're an expert in what's going on in the world of business. The next item has to do with Bitcoin. Bitcoin slump prompts comparisons to 2022 collapse. Bitwall is in free fall and it's dragging down the crypto market in the process. The world's largest cryptocurrency briefly dropped below 82,000 on Friday as the value of all crypto assets. Now, you've got people that are saying that this is the future, and it very well may be the future. You have comments that are very comprehensive on this. I have not delved into investing in any crypto because I try not to put money into anything I don't understand. And I really don't understand it. I don't understand how it works. I need to learn. And maybe this article and these comments are a good place to start. The next item on the LinkedIn news is dummy aims to bridge safety gap for women in cars. Now, I don't know what this is. A first of its kind crash test dummy aims to improve automotive safety for women who are about 73% more likely to be seriously injured in a head-on collision than men. I didn't know that. Soon, U.S. car companies will be required to test safety using the Thor 05F, which features more than 150 cutting-edge sensors. Well, you can see that there's something to this. The stats prove it out. And when you're talking about a different kind of anatomy, that's part of it. But I would have to look into this more and need to, and you and I need to, but I'm not sure it's going to affect your coaching this week. The next article on LinkedIn Business News is FAA to award 10K bonus for perfect shutdown attendance. Transportation officials announced they will reward air traffic controllers who maintained perfect attendance during the 5-week-long federal government shutdown with a $10,000 bonus. Okay, the next one is from the world of art and business and collectibles. Frida Kahlo, her 1940 self-portrait, The Dream, also known as The Bed, sold for a record 5.7, or no, $54.7 million at Sotheby's in New York late Thursday, making it the most expensive work by a woman ever sold at auction. Now, how's this going to affect your business coaching and mentoring? Well, maybe you have someone who is setting up an art trading business or a gallery. Maybe they're not going to be dealing, at the levels of Christie's auctions and Sotheby's auctions, but they need to understand what's going on in the world, and maybe you need to have an appreciation for it. So you can engage in an intelligent conversation. Okay, Cracker Barrel has been in the news from a business point of view. Cracker Barrel shareholders want CEO to stay put. Cracker Barrel's rebrand fiasco won't cost CEO Julie Felsen-Massino her job. Well, one director resigned once its board re-election appeared doomed to fail. Okay. Well, what's the story here? In the world of business risks and failures, should a risk be fatal? And in this case, the board did not believe it should be fatal and should not be final. And I think that helps reaffirm the importance of being a risk taker in business. And then finally, and this affects everybody at every level in every community, home sales hit 8-month high as mortgage rates fall. So that's the news today on LinkedIn News, November 21st, 2025. You can like the news item itself. You can share the news item itself, repost to your feed, send in a message. Maybe you just have some clients that this would apply to them and them alone. So you share it. You saw it and you've had an opportunity to be helpful. Copy the link and put it in your own newsletter or on your own page or blog it. Send it to Facebook or Twitter. You can, when you share it to your feed, remember, add your own comments, your own observations, or if nothing else, start with this hashtag question. And if you're reposting it in a group, question to group. And then start a discussion. Establish yourself as a thought leader. And by the way, you find somebody here that looks interesting or who is a thought leader themselves, start engaging in a conversation with them by reposting their comments, liking it, or just commenting directly in their thread. The news is going to change every day, but transferable concepts are going to remain with you forever. You're part of your ongoing process as a mentor or a coach in the world of business. And you don't have to be an expert in everything, but it can be helpful to you and to your clients to be abreast of the news, at least in a general way. I read something interesting the other day. Let me get back to you. And not to be totally out in the cold about what's trending and what's happening. All right, that's the presentation for Mentors Roundtable today. I hope it is of some value to you and offers you a little bit of extra this, that, and the other to help you serve your clients more effectively. Tom Sims, I'm out of here. Contact me at calendly.com/Coach Tom Sims. TOMSIMS, Coach Tom Sims.